Big weekend, all out weekend. For those of you who subscribe to the D'Lo and KC podcast on Apple, Spotify, Odyssey, Google Play, wherever you get the podcast from, search D'Lo and KC. If you're a wrestling fan, I added another episode of Relive. This one was about Daniel Bryan and the Yes Movement. And I added that because it appears this might be a big weekend for Bryan Danielson. Bryan may appear on All Out. Now, the belief was, remember, for AEW fans, this is a Sunday pay-per-view versus a Saturday pay-per-view. I guess they're doing that because of the holiday. I really dug the Saturday night vibe, but it's cool. I'm excited for this pay-per-view for sure. I think CM Punk's return match, and then the idea of Bryan Danielson debuting. But they were originally going to do it at, reports, allegedly, rumors, sources say they were originally going to do it at the Center Court show, at the Arthur Ashe Stadium show, and which New York, I think 17,000, something like that. I think they were originally going to do it there, but I think they've gotten concerned with like COVID restrictions, COVID rules, some of the different things that are in place now in New York. And they were like, maybe we should bump this up a little bit. Again, no one has said Bryan Danielson is signed with AEW, and no one has said that they have moved up the timetable for his debut. However, when you start looking around, you start looking at the clock, it's like, all right, we got CM Punk. You've already got the hook of CM Punk wrestling his first match. Okay, that's a big deal. But remember, there's also Bray Wyatt out there. There's also a handful of other individuals that I think have the opportunity to sign AEW contracts and become players. Now, I know a lot of WWE homers, Bryce, talking to you. I know a lot of WWE fans are going to be like, look at this. Look at all. They're just signing all the guys that WWE fires. That's what WCW did, and how'd that work out? Well, it's a fair point. But what's also important is how AEW brings these guys in and how they utilize them. I love that they brought Mark Henry in to do something. I love that they brought Big Show in to do something. But I also love that they're just they're acknowledged as what they are. Like, they're legends. They're background guys. Like, they're going to add it's nice name value. It's good to have. But they're certainly not like, Macho Man coming over. And we're not talking Virgil here, for God's sakes, or Crush, or Ravishing Rick Rude, the manager. Like, we're talking Bray Wyatt. Hell, I guess I'm one of the few guys who is still a little, I think Braun Strowman could probably do something entertaining. I think how AEW manages all of these guys that have been released by WWE over the course of the next probably month. What are we at? September 3rd? Probably next month and a half is going to be really important to their future, because you don't want to lose sight of what got you here. And what got you here are the Codys and the Young Bucks, the Darby Allin, the developing of guys, the MJFs, the introducing new characters to wrestling fans. Don't lose sight of that, and I think they'll be in great shape. And it's going to be impossible to lose sight of great talent if we see Bryan Danielson on All Out this weekend. They're absolutely getting my $50, man. I'm excited.